In The Holy Boy, PE teacher Sergio, played by Michelle Rondonino, is assigned to Remis, a small mountain village where the people live with an unshakable serenity, but soon discovers that behind the peace lies a disturbing ritual. Once a week, the locals are freed of their pain by Holy Boy Matteo, played by Giulio Fretri, a 15-year-old introvert with the power to heal one's soul just by hugging them. Trying to rescue Matteo from this madness, Sergio unleashes his dark side. The Holy Boy is directed by Paolo Stripoli, and he has directed films such as A Classic Horror Story and Flowing, and A Holy Boy just debuted in the Out of Competition strand of the 2025 Venice Film Festival. Okay, I was a little bit mixed on this film. I'll start off with what I liked about the film. The film is very well made, it looks great, and the director really knows how to build a tense scene, and the acting in this film is strong, especially from the lead actor Michelle Riondino as the PE teacher, and especially from newcomer Giulio Fretri, who plays the 15-year-old boy in this film. It's the first time, his first film, and he's very impressive. He's definitely a star to watch in Italian cinema in the future. And to be honest, I was pretty much with this film, because this film is just over 2 hours long. And for the first hour of the film, I was pretty much with this film. It's intriguing. It went in some surprising directions, and the film, like every time you think it's going somewhere, it just adds another layer to the myth and the way the film is going. And the film starts off with this quite eerie scene of this little baby boy doing something to his parents. His parents can't control their bodies, and this boy can basically enter the brain of somebody. And the first scene of this film really sets up for what is going to follow in the rest of the film. But this film, The Holy Boy, sometimes especially films where I'm very mixed, like kind of like 2.5 star type films where some things I liked and some things I didn't like. Sometimes I have a difficulty, like trying to put my mind together why I didn't like the film. This film, as I said before, I was with this film for about the first hour, but then just all of a sudden, there was a switch in my head where I just was not interested to see where this film was going. I think about halfway through the film kind of gives you everything you need to know about the story. So you can, by the halfway mark of the film, you can kind of see where it's going, because this 15-year-old boy, he's helping everybody in his small mountain village, and as the film goes on, he's helping them, but he's also, as the film goes on, we realize he can like close his eyes, and his like eyeballs go back in the back of his head, and he can just enter anybody he knows, and he can control them and get them to do, like, say stuff and do weird activities. And that was nice element that they added to the film. But I just think halfway through the film, I just kind of like didn't really care what I kind of lost interest a little bit, because I think I could kind of see the ending already, even though the film had 1 hour to go. Like, I could kind of, the film already showed all of its cards already, and I just didn't have anywhere else to interesting to go. And also another element that I think is because it didn't really, like, it has a really interesting premise, and I just think it didn't really utilize that as the premise, because this film is like, there are some horror films and genre films that the story is not really that important, and the horror elements are why you're watching that film. But this film is one of those films where it's a drama, and you're supposed to care about the characters, and you're supposed to care about what's going on, but it uses genre and horror elements to kind of like explore those themes and drama elements of the film. And this is one of those films, so it's basically a drama with some genre elements added to it. And I just think those genre elements were not fully utilized as much as I would have liked. And by the halfway mark of this film, you kind of see where it's going, and I kind of lost interest a little bit. And it's about the halfway mark as well, the character arcs of the two main characters, the PE teacher, and the 15-year-old boy. Their character arcs, like, that instead of going from the start of the movie to the end of the movie, the character arc kind of ends halfway through the movie, and then they just like, you can kind of see what they're going to do for the rest of the film. So it kind of alleviates any dramatic tension or suspense in the second half of the film. I give The Holy Boy 2.5 stars out of 5. There's definitely a lot to like in this film. It's very well made. It looks great. There's some nice performances, especially from newcomer 15-year-old Giulia Feccio. He's definitely a star to watch in the future of Italian cinema, and has a lot of nice, interesting genre elements in the film that add a nice element to the dramatic themes that the film is exploring. But I just found, especially about halfway through the halfway mark of the film, it kind of like shows all its cards, and and you kind of see where it's going. It doesn't go anywhere that you didn't really see coming, and the characters don't really get explored, and the genre elements of this film are very, very interesting. It has a really nice premise, but it just doesn't take it anywhere interesting in the second half of the film. So this film, The Holy Boy, was a little bit of a mixed bag for me, but it does have some nice elements. So it's not like a total disaster for me. So thanks for watching. What did you think of The Holy Boy? Please comment below what you thought of the film. See you next time. Bye.